we're interested in Vanderbilt. We're interested in what Vanderbilt can do, how we show up, how we play. And so I think the disappointing thing for me is Georgia's a good team, and they deserve the right to be where they are in the rankings, and they're playing at a high level. But I'm interested in when we can find our highest level performance. And we came out flat. We turned the ball over. We made mistakes in the special teams area. And look, it doesn't matter who you play against. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. So for me, this isn't about them. It's about us. It's about how we perform. It's about the things that we can do. That starts with me. This is my ownership. It's my accountability. It extends to our coaches. Their accountability that then extends to the players, and it's the ownership of the players over our process to move forward and be better. But look, a credit to Georgia, but also we have to find a way to measure our process and stop playing according to what the opponent does. It's about Vanderbilt.
Robbie.
Hey, Clark. I mean, this seems like a result that could shake some programs. How do you and your staff keep that from happening?
Well, this is just a point in the progression line, Robbie. I mean, it doesn't shake us because we understand it doesn't define us. I mean, we're a team that's this is a delicate ecosystem. We're young and we're in the infancy of our program. This is everything that we've talked about all the way up until this point. This is the long, hard way. And, you learn about yourselves in a game like this, but you also learn about yourself in the response to a game like this. And look, we're disappointed. We got a team that has a damaged pride right now. But how quickly can we turn the page and shift focus to our next opponent, win the response, and be better? And again, if we can learn to play up to our standard, if we can learn to play and represent Vanderbilt football, the personality, the style of play, there are better days ahead. And for us, it's easy as a staff and for the players too to understand that that we will be better. And this is a measure of where we are right now, but certainly not an indicator of where we're headed. And we'll watch the film. We'll go through our process of responding. And we'll look forward to having a really strong early week next week to get ready to play UConn.
Joe.
Clark, understanding that your focus is on you and how you guys move forward from here, I'm just wondering, just as you looked at Georgia this week, in particular, Georgia's defense, how does that team and defense compare to some of the best you've seen in this sport in recent years?
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, and college football is a challenge, and sustaining performance is a challenge. But they've done a great job building a roster and coaching that roster to a high level. And obviously they earned it today. They earned it in all three phases. And so, Coach Smart has a good team. It's a well-coached team, and we're obviously wishing them the best moving forward.
Robbie.
I'm sure you'll have to look at the film first, but I guess right now, is it status quo with the quarterback situation, or where are you at with that?
Well, again, the plan was always to play both. This is about, again, getting a formula to get the ball moving. I think particularly against their front, to get Mike in the first half to see if we could get some rhythm going, to loosen the box a little bit. The threat of the quarterback pulling the ball. We were hoping to get some RPO and some throws into space as well. But there's no snap judgment coming out of this. I think it's more about, again, who positioned us best to move the ball in the moment. Both guys have to be ready to play. I think we have to do better at that position of protecting the football and making good decisions. I think, in the moment where an immature player will press and try to make a play, to be capable of making the read and going with the ball where it needs to go is going to help position us to win games down the road. And so was disappointed turning the ball over. Again, that was a part of our keys to win was perfect ball security. And we weren't able to get that done. And obviously ownership totally on our staff. And like I said, on me, but also I know both Ken and Mike are going to want to play better, and they're going to be anxious to bounce back and prove what they can do.
Joe, did you have another?
Sorry, I no, I apologize on the hand.
Anybody else have any questions for Coach? All right, Coach. Thanks for your time.
All right, appreciate it.
Elijah, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, folks, we got Elijah McAllister joining us now. If you have a question, use the raise hand function and we'll get to you. Does anybody have a question for Elijah? Robbie, go ahead.
Hi, Elijah. What challenges did their offensive line present to you guys today, like on the defensive line?
Well, the focus this week has just been about us as a defense as a whole. And it was really nothing they did super crazy. It was just really all about us and our execution on defense, staying in the right gaps, fitting the right way, and tackling.
Aria?
Mentally, what is it like for you guys to play in such a game where, there's a hostile crowd and then, it gets out of hand pretty early and you're just trying to hang in there?
Mentally, it's no different. It's the same football we've been playing since we were little, 11 on 11. We try not to make a big deal of it. Still 11 guys on defense, 11 guys on offense, and trying to go attack the ball. So.
Chris Lee?
Elijah, the slow starts have been an issue this year. Any explanation behind that?
No, there's no real explanation. I think just continue to focus continue to focus on it during practice will be an important thing this coming week, and doing a better job next week coming out and earning the win.
Aria, do you have another? All right, Elijah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bradley, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
Great, great. We have offensive lineman Bradley Ashmore. Robbie, why don't you go ahead?
Hey, Bradley, I know you are on the leadership council for the team. So how do you and the rest of the leaders prevent this result from being one that kind of shakes the team?
Yeah, so it's a weekly process, right? And obviously we didn't get the result we wanted this week, but we're gonna turn the page to next week and have a quick turnaround. So we just got to be 1 week at a time, one practice at a time, one rep at a time. So we're gonna come back and recover tomorrow. We're gonna watch this film. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna play our football.
Aria?
Obviously, Georgia's defense is really well regarded, but in having actually, faced them, what was the biggest thing about their defense that, caused trouble for you guys?
Yeah, all respect to them. They played a good game. We always respect every opponent we play. But Elijah said it too. It defaults to what we did, right? Especially on the O-line, we take ownership of that up front, and we just got to do a better job of fitting our gaps, fitting our men, and doing our assignments. So,
Chris?
Hey, Bradley, obviously their defense had a lot to do with it today, but slow starts have been sort of a common denominator for you guys. What are you seeing across games is a pattern, perhaps?
Yeah. So like I said, we didn't have a great start today, and we're gonna come back tomorrow, work to fix that. We're gonna work early on in practice and work on our consistency during practice this week to get that done.
Do we have any more questions for Bradley? All right, Brad, thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's all for today, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you.